You guys are probably wondering with all the things going on right now, the total chaos and fear in the stock market, where's the best place to put your money? With the tariffs up and down in Wall Street right now, especially now, man, it's been crazy this last week, 2 weeks really, and it's still coming, right? Where's the best place to put your money? And I always like to tell people multifamily real estate is the best place to invest your money, hands down to me. And I'm going to go over a couple of different reasons why I say that. Um, just to kind of share and show, kind of put it there so I don't get long. But so the best place to invest your money right now, the smartest place to invest your money right now, with all the fear going on around the tariffs and the stock market, really like I'm gonna keep saying that it's multifamily real estate. I have it here. But what are your alternatives? So right now, a lot of people have their money in savings accounts, right? In savings accounts, you're going to get maybe a quarter of a percent up to 4% on your money. So the bank's basically paying you nothing and lending your money out to guys like myself in the market to real estate investors 9 times. They lend your money out 9 times. Actually, it's 10 times, but 9 times on your money and literally pay you nothing. So I know I talked to a guy the other day that was like, yeah, well, right now I'm getting 4%. But when I explained to him, like, look, you get taxed as ordinary income or earned income on that gain. So let's say out of you're a big spender, you're losing out of 4%, you're going to get taxed 40%. That's 1.6, right? So let's just say two. You're really only making 2% on your money, right? That's not a lot. But if you were to invest that same money in a multifamily deal that actually paid you, let's say you got 5% on your money, right? 5% a year. That's like getting seven. If you're losing two on four, you're gaining five. You're gaining two on five because there's tax advantages. I'll go over that later. But the other thing about your savings account is if you're only gaining a quarter of a percent or let's say 4%, in the inflation over maybe the last 3 years, 4 years has been roughly ranging between 2.4, which it just got it down to, but prior to that it was 9%. So you're losing money based on that phantom tax called inflation just by letting your money sit in the bank dying. That's not including equity in your house. That's debt. That's called trap equity, which I have another video on that. I'll share that with you guys later. So the other place, the other options that people have their money right now is the stock market. The reason why I don't think the stock market is the best place to put your money in times like this, where there's massive fear in the marketplace based on all the things that are happening, is you can't control what's going to happen in the stock market. You saw tariff announcement, boom, and all of a sudden there was a massive sell-off. I think the Wall Street overall lost $6 trillion worth of value in a week. Really was almost like the last Friday of last week, not last week, the week before last. Lost trillions of dollars, which means if your money was tied into the bulk of your money was in the stock market, depending on where it was, you lost value. You can wake up and lose the majority of your wealth overnight. Boom, just like that. Bad headline, bad problem, bad R&D in some big pharma company, whatever that is. But that is why the stock market, when there's fear in the marketplace, that's not where you want to invest your money long term. All right. The next one, gold and silver. I know right now gold is up. Everyone's been talking about gold. Maybe we can move to the gold. Here's the problem with gold. Number one, it doesn't cash flow. Number two, someone's going to want to have to pay you more for that gold in the future. Right. And I know you can trade gold online now. You're not sitting on bars in your room. But let's say you did buy just gold. One, nobody's ever come to me and be like, hey, could I buy your real estate with gold? No, no one's ever come to you. You can't take your gold bar to the store and let's say you need to buy eggs and bread and feed your family or buy a car or buy something. You can't do that. It needs to be authenticated. They got to check the number, make sure it's good. That could take a while. Same thing with silver. And like I said, the biggest thing, even some of the major players that invest or move their money because gold is real, they're like, it doesn't cash flow. It provides no money back to you. So that's why I don't think gold is good. Number one, because somebody's going to want to have to buy it from you later. So right now, the only one that everyone that may be good is Bitcoin and crypto. The problem with Bitcoin and crypto is that it's volatile. It goes up, it goes down. At one point, it was 106, and then it dropped down to like 86 or 82. And then it was like, oh, it's going to go up, and everyone's betting on it going to a million. Like, you can't play that game. It has to be something that you need to do over time. And oh, by the way, it doesn't pay you any cash flow while it's volatile. You can buy it one day at 86, it goes up to 96, drops back down to 80, and here you are waiting and you're playing this game. And you don't want your money just sitting there. And oh, by the way, you can't buy a big enough piece of gold of Bitcoin, right? Like the gold, the Bitcoin and the crypto. You can't take a big enough position, right? Like the people who have big positions we see that are rambling on about it were like in business, we call them like early adopters. Like iPhone already had a bunch of people who had already been early adopters for Apple. They were already going to buy that product. So they had the Mac, they had this, they moved on to the iPhone, they had the iPad. Like these were people who were like, ah, and everyone thought they were crazy. So the early adopters in Bitcoin and crypto and those they're the ones that you see that are ranting and raving about Bitcoin driving the price up while people get in. But if you miss that, you're not going to do it. There's another way to do it. All right. So like I said, where's the best place to invest your money right now based on all the tariffs and all the fear and doubt and concern and chaos going on in the marketplace? It's multifamily real estate. It is. So I'm not going to write this down. I didn't go through that, but I wanted you to see these other ones. But I will go through why I think multifamily solves for these other ones, these other four, right? So number one, when you invest your money in multifamily real estate grows over time because it's based on the rents and because the rents will continue to go up. They've went up since 1945 in this country since World War II. They've consistently done that, roughly about 8 to 9% a year, right, over that time. So it's beat the S&P 500 in stability. Rents in this country have continued to gone up. So, and because multifamilies, the value is tied to the income, the revenue, the growth, and that continues to going up. You have some level of predictable appreciation over time. Even if you just look at the baseline inflation. Inflation makes cost of goods go up. Lumber, glass, steel, labor, building costs, all of those things go up. So because it's a real asset, you in multifamily, inflation is a good thing for it, which means rents are going to go up, the cost to build is going to go up, lack of product is going to be there. So your value of your asset will continue to go up over long periods of time. All right. So the next thing is multifamily is a predictable investment, meaning like I know if we look at a multifamily asset, like we looked at a 200 unit multifamily asset and a 158 unit asset, and we also looked at a 148 unit asset, there's an address. It's predictable. We know it's there. Real estate has been a hot commodity, a number one asset. It has been owned the longest because it's associated with people. It's housing, right? Multifamily real estate, what I'm talking about. So people will always need housing to live. So there's a predictable investment if you put your money there, right? Simple math, income minus expenses equals the NOI. Your net operating income is what that means. That NOI decides how much leverage and debt that property can support, no matter what, because you want to have an asset that where you invest your money that you can get good leverage, good debt, right? Debt, meaning the tenants pay your debt down, not you. You don't have to work for it. All right. And then, like I said, because it's housing, people will always need housing, and more people are becoming what's called renters by choice than any other time in the world right now. That's happening. That's why I think this is a more predictable investment for you if you're looking for a place to put your money. So next, it provides cash flow. That is number one, really. Multifamily provides cash flow. When I say cash flow, I mean income minus the expenses, and then what's left over pays for the debt, and what's left over after the debt is some money that goes to you, the investor. That is cash flow, positive cash flow. A real estate deal has the positive cash flow, which means it provides positive cash flow. And like I said earlier, the tenants are doing the work. It's not like you're relying on buying a business that sells t-shirts and you got to sell 50 t-shirts to break even every day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And that day, you only sold 20 t-shirts. Like, that's not how this works. People will continue to pay for where they live because it's housing. So the tenants are really building your wealth. If you're an investor, you're going to invest as a limited partner in a deal or syndication or a fund like us. And then the tenants, not Victor, are paying you every month to take care of those things. And our responsibility is to take care of the tenants and make sure they're happy and keep paying. All right. So last but not least with multifamily is that you actually get the tax advantages. You get the depreciation, right, from the property. And right now, I think last week specifically, President Trump went in and was like, say they did this, I think it was like, can't remember the name of it. It was a cool name about the taxes, right? So like they're trying to bring back bonus depreciation, which means that you can, if you bought a property for let's say $50 million, you can write off that full $50 million in year one and offset your taxes and things like that and receivership that you get from the income of that property. It's a paper loss, but it's not. But that's huge because if you're a big player in real estate or you have a business and you can offset some of your other gain from being from your investments. That's massive. That's what the big players do. You make money, but you keep more of what you make because you don't have to pay taxes on it and the deductions, paying down your mortgage interest, all the other deductions that go along with that, things that you can write off over long periods of time that get passed on to you through tax advantages that you really aren't going to get in your stocks. You're not going to get it in savings. You may not get it in gold. You're not going to get it in Bitcoin. Like all of the other benefits to that, it reduces your tax bill and other things. Like multifamily real estate as a vehicle, as an investment vehicle, does that. But that's why I said it offsets these other four by being the best place to be able to invest your money, especially while there's massive amounts of fear going on in this market correction associated with the tariffs, the war, NATO, what's going to happen with Social Security, like, well, all these things going on. They're not bad things, guys. Anytime there's a new president that comes in and they take over, any new administration takes over, they disrupt the status quo and they start riding the ship, making other things come back into play. But with this specific administration, based on what's happening in Wall Street, in the stock market, in banking, and what they're trying to do with the SEC, all of those things are going to be a massive, massive benefit to multifamily real estate. There's other ones. There's office, there's retail, there's industrial warehouse, there's vacant land development stuff. Right now, there's data centers. There's all these other different vehicles inside of the real estate space as it relates to vehicle, but I'm speaking specifically on multifamily commercial business level real estate. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys. Because if you're wondering, hey, where's the smart place to invest my money right now as it relates to what's going on, all the fear that's going on in the marketplace with the stock market, with tariffs and what that's causing? I'm telling you guys right now, if you don't take your money, get it out of the bank, out of your 401k IRA, right? Because all that stuff, a lot of that stuff's attached to mutual funds, and attached to the stock market, wherever it is that your custodian, your administrator, your financial advisor has your money. You need to be able to move all of your money again out of the bank, out of your retirement accounts, out of the stock market. And if you can exit your own home, if you have trapped equity in there that's not paying you right now, move it out of there, rent where you want to live, and do business where it makes sense by taking that money and investing it in a long-term multifamily real estate investment that pays you every month, and eventually have the money that you make that pays you, that rental income or that passive income that you get to be able to fund your lifestyle while you're growing your business, while you're where you're a high paid employee, like at your job or an executive or professional. All of this is valuable. And I'm going to make a prediction. We are in 2025 right now. In 2028, whatever you didn't do between 2025, 26, 27, and 28, that timeline will set you up for the future. So if you're 40 years old, 45 years old, you have a young family, you're a business, an entrepreneur, you're a professional, you're a high paid professional, you have money just sitting. I'm telling you guys, move your money to real estate. This is what we saw happen in 2008, 2009, and everyone was waiting. If you notice, everybody who's taking advantage, the bigger players taking advantage of now, they all have a story about how they got trashed in 08 and they didn't take advantage of it, or they did, and now they're where they are right now, taking the next level. Well, I want to help you get to the level below them, right? Because I'm taking advantage of this too. I will take advantage of this next 5 to 7 year cycle. We will buy more real estate and do more things than I've done in my whole real estate career. And I want to do that with you guys. I can't do that by myself. We want to get to 1,000, then 4,000 units, then 10,000 units. I can't do that by myself. I can't do that alone, right? We're going to be pushing into billions of dollars of real estate. I think at 4,000 units, we'll be at $1.2 billion worth of real estate based on my numbers, my math. And that just means that I got to get together with you guys and raise another $400 million, right? And I want you to be a part of that. Great real estate, great locations, paying cash flow and the tax benefits and advantages, everything. You do nothing. I find the deal, fund the deal, manage the deal. You invest with us, and you are our partners. That's what I want. I want to partner with great people like you guys. If you want to be a part of that, go to bell-capital.com. You can two things there. You can schedule a call, or you can get started, and then you can see the open fund that we have. You have to be an accredited investor. You have to have a great attitude. You got to already love real estate and the idea of passive income and future appreciation, long-term investments. But I'm here for you. But don't sleep on this. Get your money out of the stock market. Get your money out of the savings account and bank account. Invest your money in real estate and focus on growing your revenue and your business or your income so you can keep doubling down on your real estate investments and getting cash flow. And then watch this massive spike you're going to see over the next 3 years, all the way up to 2008. Then you're going to really be playing that game all the way through to the next decade and create generational wealth for you and your family. All right, I want to help you do that. So again, let me know if you need anything. Like this video, share the video, comment on this video, give it a thumbs up or give it a thumbs down. Don't be a hater and a hider at the same time, man. I want it all. And leave me a comment. What did you take away from this video? Like, what are you doing now that maybe I'm missing? Or what are you doing now that you agree with? You're like, dude, you're right. I started this. This has been great for me. Or you have questions that I can help you out with, man. I'm here for you. That's why I make these. All right. So you guys have a great day today. Let me know if you need anything. Let's go. Boom. Are you an accredited investor with $300,000 or more liquid in the bank? I want you to come and partner with me. Look, if you love real estate, passive income, and positive cash flow, appreciation over long periods of time, and you're willing to be patient, come invest with me. Go to bell-capital.com. This is for accredited investors with $300,000 or more in the bank, ready to go. Come invest with me. Go to bell-capital.com.